What's up, my fellow Trashinators? Welcome back to my long-awaited return, hopefully, to YouTube. Now, I'm sure there's some of you out there who are wondering where I've been. Well, I don't want to say everything because the short answer is I've been having a rough go of it, just real rough. Shit kind of went sideways in almost the worst possible way. It could have been worse, but it didn't, thankfully. So things are looking better. I feel better. I even got pretty for you guys. So I'm here to finally talk about Transformers Rise of the Beast. Remember when I said I was going to do that a month ago? And then I promptly watched it the day after, I think. No, I watched the week before. It's been a month since I've seen it, so I'm going to miss a few things. But I do remember the main points I was going to talk about. So yeah. As you can tell, I got a display set up for this. I also got... I have a lot of skeletons. I love skeletons, but as you can see, I have quite a few new figures. I set this up a month ago. Actually, I put this Optimus here right now. Well, not right now, a couple of minutes ago, but then I remembered I had to do my nails. Look at them, they're orange for fall, even though it's still technically autumn. Anyway, so yeah. You got Scourge, the main villain. Unicron doesn't count, he's barely in it. That's not a spoiler, that's a fact. He's only in he has one clip and it's him eating a planet. Now, what planet that is a spoiler, so yeah, it's not a big one, alright, but spoilers, watch out for them. So yeah, I got the Deluxe Optimus, pretty good. Pretty fuck off. I keep saying I'm gonna get premium YouTube or whatever the fuck. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you got Scourge, Deluxe Optimus. You have the $10 whatever the fuck. It's the version of Optimus we never saw in the movie because they cut it from the film. And then you got my my Ghost Rider. I got him a month ago for a treat for myself since there's a sale in Big Bad Toy Store. Which, by the way, this is these two, the Ghost Rider and the bicycle. The bicycle's from the Todd McFarlane, the Batman line. This is the one for the Drifter character, which is just Batman in a different costume. So. Yeah. These are my first Big Bad Toy Store toys. Initially, it was going to be the Storm Collectibles Baki, as I'd like to mention. I still have not gotten him. I will get him. I have not pre-ordered the Udro because I just don't want to do it. I have time. It says it's going to come out later this year on Big Bad Toy Store. We know it's not going to happen. It's going to come out I don't know, summer next year, 2024. So I have time. I have plenty of time. So yeah. So yeah, those are my two first Big Bad Toy Store action figures I've bought. It was different, but yeah, it's pretty good. I actually, I think the buying process is pretty good compared to Hasbro Plus, which I do want to mention. I have said that I was going to do this, but I didn't. I kind of replanned it and then I didn't do it. But I'm talking about. I finally bought the Titan class Nemesis, the transforming toy of the Decepticons vehicle, and they made her into a beautiful, beautiful robot. And she should be arriving tomorrow. So next video is most likely going to be her. Whether it's her unboxing, because I kind of want to keep up the tradition with these big toys of unboxing them, like I did the Ark. And But except this time, I'm actually gonna take care and actually take off my address and shit. So yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the major updates. Besides, I do have a lot more action figures. I've been buying so many action figures, you have no idea. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tease you with a certain figure I was surprised by. Alright, nerds on the internet, how about you decipher what that was? If you comment below, I'll like it and I'll shout it out in the next video. How about that? I'll shout out your channel. I kind of need the engagement. Yeah, so that's basically all you need to be caught up by in terms of me. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I trimmed my hair. I trimmed it, well, all of it technically, but I trimmed it so it's not as long as it was. I'm very happy about how my hair looks. I got a new Xbox controller because my other one broke. This is for the Series X because I got that. I did mention that before, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I really want to make sure you guys all know spoilers. I did mention it, but that's it. That's it. No more. If you watch throughout, you should know there's spoilers. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about the movie. I liked it. I really did. Honestly, Scourge is my favorite part of it. Actually, no. Nightbird is my favorite part. Because that was also a major point of mine. Before I saw the movie, I had seen several edits of her on TikTok, and I didn't really get it. I thought, oh, cool design. Not even that. I thought, I was like, oh, that's a Transformer in it. But yeah. So once I watched the movie, I fell in love. I fell in love hard with Nightbird. I keep wanting to say Air Razor because that's another point of mine I want to make. Nightbird is so hot. She's so hot. I remember this TikTok video or audio, whatever. I'm not even sure if I'm using the audio correct or I remember it correctly, but it's someone saying, or screaming, I should say, "She's so hot! She's so hot!" And that's basically it. Just screaming, "She's so hot." And that's all I did throughout the movie. I was like, every time she was on the screen, I was like, "She's so hot! She's so hot!" And it's honestly very, very, like, distracting for me. Because all I think of that is the audio. But yeah, also, I have a little theory I want to interject here. I can't remember the specifics since it's been a month, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, here it is. In the original G1 cartoon where they introduced Nightbird, again, she had no toy. There were no female Transformers in the G1 toy line. I think the first one was in the 2000s. They took 20 years basically to do a female Transformer. But yeah. So Nightbird, in her original role, was a man-made robot for the military, I think. But I think it was the Decepticon. No, it was Wheeljack, I think. My favorite Transformer character. He turned Nightbird into a Transformer, but she became a Decepticon due to meddling. Now, my theory ties into that change in her character from man-made robot into Transformer Decepticon. And the specificness of the theory in this movie around Nightbird is that her voice actress is trans. Now, I'm not sure if they intended this when it came to the voice role. She does sound fantastic. She definitely fits the role. Like, that's one of the major components of why I like her so much. But I'm considering, I think, my theory is that they deliberately casted this voice actress because instead of making her a man-made robot, they made her a Predacon, I think they're called. No, a Terracon. I'm sorry. They're called Terracons because they serve under Unicron, aka Terror, personified. So I'm thinking that in this universe, Nightbird is a trans female instead of just being I don't know, trans robot. Whatever. She instead of changing what types of cyber whatever, she changed her gender. So I think that's a nice little theory I want to put on because it kind of makes sense to me. I think it's a cool idea. I would love to see if they confirm this in whatever way. But it doesn't really matter in terms of story. She's not really a big part. She definitely has more lines than Battle Trap, which, by the way, I really want to get his action figure. I'm just trying to find the right time. So you should be seeing him in like 3 months. So, so yeah. So that's my little Nightbird theory. So yeah, that's sort of like one of my main points. So let's just get to the movie. All right, I think we're taking too long here. I know it. Go fuck yourself. It's really on me. It's my fault. I either I gotta download it and play it or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, so let's just get into the movie. Of course, it's been a while, so I'm gonna probably skip over some non-important bits, but I'm remembering the story as we go along. So yeah, so the story is pretty basic. We have a cold open, where we meet up with the Maximals. We meet up with the Maximals on their home planet. And it turns out Unicron's there to gobble it up. But they also have another objective, the Terracons and Unicron. The Maximals, they have a key. They have a key that they can use to travel between whatever, space, time, dimension. Doesn't matter, they can do it. So the Maximal's main goal is to leave the planet with the key and make sure Unicron never gets it. So that's what they do. So the main Maximals we have, well, at least in this movie, is shit. Not shit. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a future Transformers character. But we have Optimus Primal, of course, we all love him. I have started watching Beast Wars, but I can't get far. For no particular reason. But yeah. You have Optimus Primal, Airazor, Rhinox, Cheetor. Sadly, no Rat Trap. And I just remember the character's name. Ape Lynx. He, in this movie, I think this is his first official appearance in media. I think, or at least like in the capacity he was designed for. He's Optimus Primal's sort of teacher and commander. So, sadly, Scourge is the main one who's trying to find the key. And it's like his whole thing, all right? It's his whole thing that you can't really see it well in his figure. Again, I think the blade's in the way. See, right there. In and under his grill, you can see that he has a bunch of Cybertronian insignia. So that is his thing. He just kills the biggest and the baddest of the whatever side of or whatever. I don't give a shit. All right, it's just different flavors of Transformers. That's what he does. He kills the biggest and the baddest throughout the universe, and he just does it for fun. Because he's the right-hand man of Unicron. So that's like his thing. Of course, I love him for it. Love me some Peter Dinklage. I'm going to actually put some respect on his name. Peter Dinklage. I love me some Peter Dinklage. He has the best roles out there. So, yeah. Love Scourge. So, yeah. Of course, in order to get the key, he has to fight the Maximals. So, first, in order to try and slow him so that the other Maximals get away, Ape Lynx tries to stop him. Doesn't go well, he gets killed, and his insignia is taken. Of course, during that short fight, the Maximals immediately got away with the key, and so they sort of split off. Well, they went to Earth first, but then they split off to make sure the key was extra safe. They broke it, and they just kind of put it in safe places. So yeah. That's like the main part of the story. Unicron wants the key, the Maximals got away, and they split it in half and they hide it on Earth. So now we pick up in the 90s, which, fun fact, this place takes place in New York. So you know what that means. 9/11 hasn't happened yet. So yeah, speaking of, it is September of 2023, and people aren't really caring about 9/11 anymore, which honestly, I know it's a huge tragedy, but America has gone through worse. So, yeah. It's still bad, but it's, like, demonstrably smaller than what has happened. And America sure likes to hide the other history, so it's merely an equalization of America's intent to hide their more darker history. So, yeah. Besides some history lesson, let's talk about the actual story. So, shit. I forgot the main character's name. Nick? I think it's Nick. No. I'm gonna do a little Google search. You guys sit here and look at my skeleton. Look at my bone. Look at my bones. You guys excited to see art? Go check out my Instagram. I've been posting regularly over there. So yeah. Okay. I was close. I was so close. Sorry, I'm taking a bit. I'm trying to find the specific characters. Okay, looks like I got it. Alright, I got all the characters I need. I even remembered a few points because I wanted to talk about some more voice talent, because you gotta appreciate the actors, specifically when it comes to like the strikes going on. I do support the strikes. Everyone deserves what they're owed, specifically when it comes to actors, because actors, writers, and all the they've been severely underpaid unless they are the big players, which, now that I look at the actors, these are some of the biggest players out there. Besides The Rock, because fuck him, right? He's the worst. I mean, I can remember a few worse people out there right now who earn more, but we're not gonna get into that right now. So yeah. Noah, I was close. I was very close. So Noah, played by the guy from Hamilton. I actually have it right here, so I don't need to do that. Anthony Ramos, great guy. He is very attractive. Actually, all the actors are very attractive. Except Pete Davidson. I don't really get it. Okay, so let's talk about the main character. So Noah Diaz, as we learn, is not stated immediately, but he was in the military as a sort of tech genius that worked with communications and whatnot. but he was discharged for some bullshit. No, I think he was a cop. He was in the military, then he was a cop. And in the story, he's trying to find a job. That's like his main goal in the first point of the story. That's what he does. He's trying to find a job while supporting his family, which is his mom and his brother Chris, who I completely got it. I guessed what he had. I can't remember what the disease is. Shit. What? Tell me. What does he have? Let me just see. Really? This kid's only been in 3 things. He was born in 2008? Holy shit. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I can't remember what it was. It has to do with his blood, I think. But I found out about the disease before due to a medical drama of some kind. I think it was Dr. House. Or House MD is the correct name. But I remembered that, and the symptoms were exactly the same, and I guessed it correctly. So that's a little point for me for my intellect. I correctly guessed a fictional character's disease from a medical drama. So points for me. So yeah. And his brother Chris, who has the blood disease, I think it is, but which means he has to go to the doctors a lot. But his family is in the poverty line, so that means his family's unable to pay for all of the surgeries and what have you. Of course, I can personally relate to that. Having a young child constantly go in and out of the hospital to try and make sure they're better, but I didn't go through that. My brother did, but so yeah, that was a bit of a little sentimental bonding between me and this fictional character. So yeah, that's what Noah is doing throughout. He's trying to support his family while also just trying to like help himself, or I don't know. That's his main goal. Trying to help his family. Of course, it doesn't work out because he has a criminal. No, it's because the guy was racist. He goes to one interview in the movie, and they say, "You can't work with us. You don't look like us." So yeah, he was declining the job because the guy was racist. So yeah, of course, he has a friend who is named Reek. Wait, no, is it actually? Oh, not yet. Okay, I got it. Yeah, it's Reek. He has a friend, a neighbor, I think, who does these illegal shit where he steals cars, or at least that's one of the things he does. So yeah. That's what Noah decides to do. He tries to steal a car. And at the same time, we have our another main character, Elena. Is that correct? Yeah, Elena. We have a second main character who isn't a love interest, surprisingly, to Noah. Elena is an amateur archaeologist. Even though she really knows her stuff. She really does, to the point where I was impressed, because I myself am an amateur archaeologist. I barely know anything. I just do it for fun. While she wants to be professional, she's stuck as being an assistant, who actually does background checks on the artifacts they get. But she doesn't get any credit. She doesn't get paid. She doesn't do anything. But because she's so knowledgeable, they have her do it. Which obviously it's fun to her, but it doesn't earn her anything. It doesn't earn her credit or nothing. And during this, they get a relic with one half of the key, the transdimensional key or whatever it's called. And she activates it. Of course, in the story, it's said that the actual awakening isn't visible to humans. They can only feel the vibrations, because when it awakens, a big ass light shines into the sky, and it just shakes everything for a few seconds. But apparently, the light is not in the human whatever light fucky science shit. That's what's going on. So that does mean that no humans are attracted to the key, but that means no humans want to go and find out what happened. Because guess what? She activated it when there was no one around. It was completely closed. And so it was activated. So, of course, Noah during this steals a car. And it turns out it's Mirage. So yeah. Mirage, which people have been in a tizzy about, are upset because, one, he's voiced by Pete Davidson, and two, isn't a racing car in the 90s. So yeah. In New York, by the way. Excuse me, I had Five Guys earlier. So yeah. I don't get it. But there is one Transformers change I do get. Wheeljack. It's a similar situation to Hot Rod in the last Transformers movie. Because in that movie, Hot Rod wasn't even Hot Rod. It was only the character by name. Which I was actually inspired by the character itself, not the name. I was inspired to make a character based on that character, in which a Transformer lands in France and adopts the accent and denies that they're doing it on purpose, because they are. And you'll be seeing them soon. So yeah. But, of course, that does mean that Hot Rod himself wasn't really the original G1 character. And the same goes for Wheeljack, or at least for the most part. He's still an incredibly smart and surprisingly tough Transformer. Of course, my personal Wheeljack is a Southern man who's a crazy mad scientist. That's my Wheeljack. But I get that's my own taste. And this Wheeljack is to others' tastes. Personally, I just like calling him Pablo. It's on his vehicle mode. I think it's pretty funny just calling him Pablo, even though that could be problematic. But I think it's funny. Anyway, so yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah. Noah's kidnapped by Mirage. They take him to where, because of the Key's awakening, all the Transformers in the vicinity, which are all the Autobots, because they were all in New York for some reason. I mean, well, no. You got Wheeljack and Stratosphere. They'll come in later. I'm sure there's other Autobots, but those are the only ones that were in New York that weren't integral to the story at all times. And were, whatever. You get my point. So, Optimus RC, who's Optimus, I gotta shout out Optimus. Peter Cullen, the amazing Peter Cullen. Beautiful, beautiful man. And I hope he works as long as he needs to. Because you're a bunch of babies who can't handle a grown man doing what he wants. So yeah, love Peter Cullen. Always have, always will. He is always Optimus Prime, and nothing will change that. Even though others can be Optimus Prime as well. And then you got RC, who's played by the once well-known Liza Koshy, but since she broke up with David Dobrik and started doing her acting thing, she's been under the radar for a bit. So it was a bit of a surprise to everyone that Liza Koshy was RC. And then you have... Hold on. Holy shit. I don't believe you. I'm seeing a lot of original G1 actors in here that I don't think were in the movie. I'm just using the fucking... whatever. So yeah. Mirage, Optimus, RC, Bumblebee, of course. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Because apparently in this movie they also changed, or at least for the most part, they changed Mirage's sort of glitchy or hologram abilities to also be just straight up just like body whatever. Think of in the Suicide Squad. I forgot the guy's name. Bloodshot? The guy played by Idris Elba. I can always remember his name. He's a gorgeous man. His suit, parts of his suit can come off and turn into a bunch of shit. Think of that, but Mirage's whole body. Because that's integral to the end. So all the Autobots meet up and they're like, oh, the key activated. We have to go there. Mirage is trying to force Noah into this, and it's like, hey, you can help us. It's in a human facility. And Optimus... Oh, I should also mention, I love Optimus in this film. Because in the Bayverse movies, they were notoriously violent. Even for, like, Transformers, which is... If you guys forgot, Transformers is a war story. It's about war. That means all of this is violent. All of it has to be. But then again, it's based off a Saturday morning cartoon where little robots fight. And you can buy toys of them. So it's a double-edged sword. So yeah. But even in the Bayverse movies, Optimus was very angry and violent in it. So it was a nice change of pace to get some actual, like, valid concern or valid reason to Optimus being fucking pissed off and very open about it. Because if you didn't know, this is a sequel to Bumblebee. So that means in that movie, spoilers, the Autobots left Cybertron just to be like, hey, we need to regroup and go back better and defeat the Decepticons. It's not skippable. This one is... So yeah. Yeah. Okay. I kind of lost track there. Okay, so, and defeat the Decepticons. So, turns out, it's been taking much longer to get there because they don't have a ship or fuel to get there. And turns out the transport key or whatever the fuck it's called, I forgot the key. I'm just gonna call it the key. It can bring them back to Cybertron because it can go anywhere. Okay, so yeah, that's sort of the Autobots' goal right now is to get the key and go back to Cybertron, and then we'll figure that out later. But yeah, so they're like, oh, we can get the key, we can go back home. So they go to where Elena was, and they try and find the key. But the Terracons are also here now. So they have a fight. Bumblebee dies. Scourge kills him. But of course, if you saw the trailer, he comes back to life, which I have a gripe about. It's not really a problem. I get it. But it could also be seen as a serious problem, especially since the character who also dies is played by an actor I love dearly. But anyway, so yeah, Bumblebee dies. Scourge gets the key. It turns out he didn't realize it was half of the key, so Unicron just crumbles him into a ball, and he's like, "How dare you, little bitch boy? This is half the key. Go fucking find it. The rest of it." That's basically what he does. Also, I want to shout out who the Unicron's actor, the beautiful Coleman Domingo. Of course, this movie's a bit of a little The Harder They Fall reunion when it comes to some of the main cast, which is great because it doesn't have a certain actor. I have talked about this situation before. I won't bring it up right now, but it's nice to see all the non sort of problematic actors be in this movie. Matter of fact, I don't think a single problematic person was on this movie besides like one or two people. But there is a lot of old white guys. If you're white, you're probably an old guy too. So that's sort of like the main cast. It's mainly people of color because I know that was like a main point the director wanted to do. I don't see the director on here. I want to give him a shout out too. Because the cast of the movie is very important, along with the studio effects and the writers. They're all very important to this movie. Any movie, in fact. So, Stephen Capel Jr. Did great. This is a great directed movie. It is a bit long. Or, no. Reverse that. It could be longer. I mean, it's a long movie. But there's a lot of scenes in there you could have put in there for more fun factor. Because that's what this movie is. It's all about fun. There's no, like, really story significance. So the fact this movie is somewhat coherent and actually pretty fun to watch while also having a strong emotional core is pretty good. It's a pretty strong standard for Transformers movies. So that should be my recommendation enough. Bumblebee dies. And so the Scourge gets the key and gets his ass kicked by Unicron because he doesn't have all of it. So now they have to try and find the other ones. So the Autobots call Stratosphere, Stratty Daddy, as I like to call him, a giant old plane guy. I know, not really a dime a dozen in these films, but this one's pretty good. I actually really like Stratty Daddy. So he transports them to Peru. I remember that because I know it was a very important part of the movie because this is the first film to actually get like a ceremony for the film, or have a ceremony to allow them to legitimately and respectfully film in the locations they did. So I know that was a really big part of this, the filmmaking. So I'm pretty proud of the filmmakers to take such steps to correctly, just have. Can I skip? Anyway, so yeah. So they go to Peru because apparently that's where the other half of the key is. Also, there's this little side story where Noah's like, "Oh, we have to destroy the other key, or else Earth's gonna get destroyed because Unicron's coming." It doesn't work because, as we see, they explore some ancient ruins, which later on Elena gets rewarded for, so she gets her credit as being a legitimate archaeologist. But they find out where it is. We have our little fight scene between Optimus and Scourge, and then Optimus promises to tear off Scourge's face, or is it his head? I can remember. Either way, his head's not going to be the same, or it was never the same. Oh, the little foreshadowing. Oh man, I'm smart. Not really. But yeah. So they go to Peru. They find out where the other half is. Well, no. They go to where they think it is, because that's supposedly where it was, because Wheeljack knew where it was based off of some, whatever, I can't remember. He's smart. He knows. Of course he knows. So yeah, they go. They find out that the Maxwells might be a part of this. No. Airazor, during the battle in New York, comes in and saves them. And she's like, okay, so yeah, my kind, the Maximals, were protecting everyone. We're protecting everyone by breaking up the key and spreading it apart across the world. And so then they go, they do, blah, blah, blah. So that's when the fight happens in Peru. And then they... what the fuck happens? Something happens, and then they end up in the woods or the jungle. And then they meet with the other Maximals, or what's left of them. Optimus Primal, Cheetah, or Cheetor. I keep forgetting it's an O-R, not an R. Again, I'm from New York, so of course I would pronounce Cheetor as cheater. So yeah. And then Rhinox. Little fun fact. Rhinox is not getting bought at my Target, so I might pick him up in a bit. It's a Studio Series version. I would never buy the deluxe. Then again, who knows? I mean, I got the deluxe Optimus. I wasn't gonna because I didn't like how little paint he has on, but so far I might like him more than the Studio Series. So yeah. Anyway, so they meet. The Maximals meet up again. They finally get together. And then Optimus Primal leads them to where the other half of the key is. So they find it, they do whatever. But the next morning, because they had a little rest, also they find out there's a bunch of Energon nearby, so they put Bumblebee near there. And they're like, oh, in order to revive him, a massive amount of power has to awaken the Energon to revive Bumblebee. So yeah, but the next morning we finally see the degradation of Airazor, because in the fight in Peru, Scourge sends a decaying, mind controlling little chip on her wing. Which, by the way, it's stupid that no one else noticed up until this point where she's fully transformed. Well, not fully, but when it's finally taking over. Elena finds her because she hears the noise, and Airazor's like, go away, I'm going to transform, Scourge is taking over. So Airazor transforms, she takes the key and goes away. Or Elena has the key, I think. No. Airazor flies away, and then a chase happens, where basically Noah tries to destroy the other half, but it fails. Airazor takes the key, goes, brings it to Scourge. Everyone meets up with her. Well, not everyone. Optimus Primal meets up with her, and Scourge is like, "Didn't I kill you already? Didn't I kill you already?" Because Ape Links.
We have a dog and a cat. They leave traces of hair with their shedding.
So yeah. So yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? Okay, so Primal meets up. Scourge is like, I thought I killed you already. Airazor kill him, but because they had no other way other than finding the thing earlier, Primal has to kill Airazor. And you think already having a beloved Beast Wars wasn't the biggest thing to exist like G1 Transformers was, so Airazor wasn't the most popular character if you weren't already a Transformers fan. So it is weird that they killed two beloved Transformers characters in this movie. But like I said, Bumblebee is the only one to be revived. I get it. Like, they're both, like, setting up the stakes of the movie. But because Bumblebee is a big name brand character, a big name in the brand, he can't die for good. Do you know what happened when Optimus first died? Yeah, fucking mayhem. So, if the same thing happened to Bumblebee, let's be honest. He's way more popular than Optimus was at that time. So if Bumblebee died for fucking good in this movie, yeah, it wouldn't look good, especially since he's all over the fucking marketing. So, yeah, I get it. I get why Bumblebee had to be revived. But if you had the means to revive Bumblebee, why not Airazor? Because you hired fucking Michelle Yeoh to voice Airazor and not bring her back for a sequel? Like, I get it. The Maximals in this movie were pretty disposable, weren't they? Of course, Cheetor barely had a line, and Rhinox didn't fucking speak at all. But, sure, Airazor, the one who had the biggest emotional connection to all of us in the fucking movie, had to stay dead. Sure. Fuck. That was a lot more emotional than I thought it was going to be, but whatever. So yeah. Anyway, Airazor's dead. Scourge has two halves of the key. That means they're fucking building the trans-dimensional fucking shit. So yeah. That means, it's our darkest hour, but it actually lasts for 5 seconds, so it's fine. Optimus and Optimus Primal, they come together and they're like, alright, I know it seems like, but we still have to try. That's our goal as, like, Autobots and Maximals. We have to come together and rise to beat this challenge. And that's what they do. All the Autobots, including Noah and Elena, they're gonna fight too, because Noah has part of Mirage as a gun, like glove gun or whatever. Excuse me. This is the end fight. This is basically it. There's only a few more things, so don't click off now. I'm just gonna end it. So, yeah, they fight. Bumblebee is revived because of the transdimensional fucking key. He comes back with the help of Stratosphere, who doesn't really help in the battle. By the way, the reason the fight takes so long is because Unicron's is almost about to enter through the gate above Earth. Luckily, Noah and Elena stop the thing from working with the intervention of Scourge. His mask falls off, and we get to see a lot of the fans' theories, including my own, that he is a version of Optimus, specifically the Bayverse. Because the head crest looked remarkably familiar through the mask. We saw it in marketing material. Can you even see it here? No, you can't really see it on the figure, but it's in some marketing material. He had the same head crest the Bayverse version did, but it's not really on this version of Optimus. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I still believe it. I still believe that's the Bayverse Optimus, so mangled and tortured and fused with Megatron that he can't really look like Optimus like he used to. Go fuck yourself. Alright, whatever. So yeah, the battle happens, Scourge is killed by Optimus, and the transdimensional key is destroyed, which they did say it would be a star-level explosion, but it's more of an implosion, but whatever. So yeah. They also said the key has an infinite amount of energy or whatever. That's pretty cool. I thought that was cool. You know, it's also cool. Freezer. So there's these minions of Unicron called Freezers, which are obviously Frenzy from the Bayverse. They like to use those little assets from the Bayverse to make these villains, but I like it. So yeah, Freezer is just Frenzy from the Bayverse. I think that's a pretty well-known fact. But in order to make sure the Autobots are having trouble, the Unicron sends a huge army of them along with Scorponok. They do have some relation to this Bayverse Scorponok, not the G1. He wasn't even G1. I recently learned. The original Scorponok was in a sequel series that was only in Japan. That means Scorponok was never in the G1 cartoon, the original run. So yeah, little fun facts for you. That might not even be true because, again, I just learned it, so I'm not sure. So yeah. But it's not enough. The trans key is destroyed, Scourge is killed, and Unicron is stopped. So everything's okay. It just means the Autobots can't go home. They can't go to Cybertron and stop the Decepticons. They're going to be stuck on Earth for a bit, and Unicron is still slowly coming to them. Oh, also, Nightbird is sadly killed. Battletrap is crushed. So yeah, that's the end of the Terracons, or those Terracons. I'm sure Unicron can, like, duplicate Scourge. That's kind of like his thing. Unicron likes to duplicate and make doubles of, or whatever, of Scourges. Matter of fact, I technically have a Scourge right here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the Nemesis Leo Primal from Legacy. I got him offhandedly. I just kind of did it for a little treat because I was curious. Because I didn't realize that this was a Nemesis Leo Primal. I thought it was just a weird repaint. You'd think the teal colors would, would tip me off, but nope. Just, alright. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for, like, the main story. But we do have a post-credit scene I don't like. Because it's fucking stupid. Noah is recruited, or has an attempted recruitment with fucking G.I. Joe. So yeah, I don't fucking like it. I thought, oh, la 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 la. The news about a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover is way in the future. I have to hear about that for a decade or a few years. I don't gotta care about that. No one does. But in the last fucking minute of the movie, boom, there we go. Uh-oh, G.I. Joe was a part of this fucking movie the whole time. I don't give a shit. No one does. Whatever. I'm surprised I got this emotional at all. I just wanted to have an easy video. But whatever. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Honestly, beautifully done. Good entertainment. It's good content. This is like the pinnacle of my channel. The good content. So if you ever want a fun movie to watch for like an hour, 2.5 or almost 3 hours, I think it's like 250. If you want to watch a long movie just for that time, or have it in the background and peek in and be like, Transformers. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, this is it basically for my video. I love this movie. I specifically love the characters even more because I have not watched the movie since. I think the DVD's coming out soon. It's only been on digital. I did rent it. So yeah. Yeah, that's the movie. The toys are obviously the best thing about it. Like, I love the characters, but to have them in physical, in my hands, it's the best thing possible. So yeah, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm so glad to be back. And I can't wait to show off what I've got for you in store. So yeah, keep an eye out, keep an ear out too, because kind of stumped myself there. But that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Friday.